And here we are. Yes, we are live. Everything's working. Everything's working. I've gone with a slightly different setup today. For all you tech heads, I've got my iPad Pro. Instead of just monitoring the stream on YouTube, I got it set using Sidecar on my Mac, so it's like a second screen. Only because I want to use a feature that is new to YouTube streaming, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But of course, welcome to the show. It's Saturday morning once again. Yes, we're back on a Saturday. How did anybody who was here last week? We were here on a Sunday morning, just as a point of difference. But yes, we're back in the regular time slot. So let me know if you're glad that I'm back in the regular time slot. But as always, let's jump into the chat and give a few shout outs. Here we go. And guess what? Got my speakers on and I'm not wearing my headphones. Shows how organized I am. There we go. I didn't even notice I didn't wear my headphones. Just as the stream was about to start, of course, Little Crafty Nook is in the house, as well as KTP Wrestling, just as we're going live, and Ecam's Urban Explorer, welcome. Shirley's Beauty Discovery is here. Billy Farrowell March. Hello. I don't know if that's the other Billy with a different name or if that's a different Billy. We've got a lot of Billies that come past here. Okay, who else is in here? Everybody else is saying hi to each other. There's some comments. Let's see. There we go. Yes, there's some comments about a little bit of it's at the point where I'm starting to think about taking it off again. it's just at that point, so we'll see how that goes. All right, make sure to share this out, get people in here, and collecting all the billies. Now, it has a totally different meaning in Australia. A billy is like a billy can. Basically, it's basically a small piece of metal that you would boil water in on an open fire. That's a billy. That's what we call a billy here in Australia. And it's also somebody's name, as of course we all know. So how's everyone's week been? Let me know in the chat as people come in. People like Michael Sahosky is in the house, the man of the plan, the man who has a Foster on ice for you, your host. That's me. Yes. Neil Urban Explorer says, let it grow, see how it goes. Yeah. Well, it's winter here, so I can afford that. In summer, I don't know if I could afford the not feeling clean feeling. But we'll see how we go. Everyone's coming in here. Paul Peck, that's not the one I clicked on. Paul Peck is in the house. And look, here's Pete Johns. Pete Johns, fellow Aussie. How's it? Hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, I'm doing well. Good to be back on a Saturday night here for us Aussies. But yeah, many parts of the world. Saturday lunchtime, Saturday morning. And as we like to call it, this is the Creator Breakfast. All right. And as always, we're just opening it up for Q&A today. Got a couple of quick topics to talk about and our usual segments. But of course, we like to open up for Q&A. So at any time in the stream at all that you have a question, just drop it in the chat for me. It makes it even clearer if you put a Q in front of it or something like that to get more attention on it. But I'll probably see it anyway, being the way the chat is usually most of the time. I don't know which order to do these things in today, but we'll see. I'm going to drop a new feature on you and talk about another upcoming feature. There's two features about YouTube that we're going to talk about today. So we'll intersperse them into the stream, of course. Everyone's coming in. Also, Kurt, Manchester United fan, is here again. Welcome back. Chantel's here. Of course, I saw Chantel in Viper's stream earlier today, or if you're in the US, it was last night. I came in very late on that one. I was very late. I slept in a little longer today than I anticipated, but at least that doesn't affect my streaming. It affects how long my day goes, that's for sure. Baking with Charlene is here as well. People are sliding in, if that's the right terminology, sliding into the stream. All right. Well, I'm up to date with the chat. Everyone's saying, oh, yes, and by the way, Paul Peck, happy birthday for whichever day that was yesterday, I think, or the day before. I can't keep a track. Happy birthday to Paul. I know, I think was it Nick that sang happy birthday to you on the members stream? Was that who we were singing happy birthday to? So it was a couple of days ago. It was a couple of days ago. Wow. Time flies. It's good to see everyone chatting amongst themselves, saying hello, greeting each other. I think the first thing we're going to do today is I'm going to start preparing to drop something interesting here. See if I can get this working. I have not done this, so we're just going to see if this is going to work. I'm clicking it, nothing's happening. Oh, there it is. Got it. Let's see. I'm just going to type this little thing in, and this is going to go really good, hopefully. How do I do that? Hot. Don't want to give away the questions. Don't want to give away what's happening here. This is responding very slowly. I need a way of... When we talk about this in a minute, my first comment on it, as this is the first time I'm using this feature, is they need to have a way to pre-do these before a stream, maybe. Okay. And we should see something interesting appear in the chat momentarily. Let me know if you see it. Let me know if you see it. It's coming through. And there we go. Yes, as you might notice about now, it's popping into the top of the chat. We have polls. So I've just dropped a poll in the chat. This is my first poll. I didn't have it last week. I know Nick Nimmin had it last week. I checked in my stream last week. I didn't have it. As I was setting up tonight, I noticed that I had it. So a brand new feature is rolling out. I don't know what percentage it's rolling out, but I've got it, so it must be rolling out a fair percentage. It's YouTube polls in live streams. It's something that I've been looking forward to for a while, is the ability to drop a poll question in a live stream. So let me know what you think, and make sure you participate in the poll. We'll leave it running throughout the stream. I'm not going to do another poll today. That will be the one and only primary poll today, and we'll see how that goes. Now, let me know. Let me go back to the chat here. Let's see what's going on here. Yes, it was Nick saying happy. Yeah, I'm glad my memory is serving me well. All right. Need to know. I think Neil saw it first. And people are answering. The stream is off sync. Michael Sahoski is at a point. I think this is to do with the fact that I'm using Sidecar. I think it's sort of slowing down my system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn that off, and hopefully that'll improve the stream somewhat. So I just wanted that up so I could have a second screen to set up the poll. But as I was doing that, it came across very slow. So let's see what happens here. That's not the one I want. This is the one I want. Display preferences. Yeah, I can see the stream is quite stuttery, as Chantel's saying. Stuttery indeed. Hey, as while we're working through this, it's Charlie, Midnight Madness 4x4. And I'm clicking on stuff and nothing's happening. There it is. I clicked on it and then it disappeared. I need to open up display preferences and kill this screen share. And it's not going in. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm getting a beach ball. I hate technical difficulties. All right. Okay. Neil says, I'm not going to put it up because I'm just trying to turn Sidecar off. It says, can you run polls when streaming on Ecam? Well, if you got the window open, you can. Okay. Let's see if this improves. Let's let that. Okay. At least the stream's still working. I think that's looking a bit smoother for me on my end anyway. Yeah, we killed it. We killed it, but that's okay. What I will do is actually turn my iPad and use it the way I usually use it. And that's just as a separate stream monitor. Look at that. Good to go. I'm getting an ad and everything. And everything sounds turned down so I don't get feedback. And I'm back. There we go. As soon as I started doing the polls, everything started stuttering and slowing down there. So that's, trick for young players. If you're going to do a lot of things on your streaming machine, just think about it because it might slow it down. All right. How is everybody? And Super Dave USA is in the house. Good to see you, Dave. Good to see you, Dave. Super Dave USA. Welcome to the Houstonati. Youngest YouTuber is in the house as well, saying a morning. Okay, I think I'm back on track now. Back on track. Thank you for the confirmation. All right. Let's just get the questions going. If you've got questions, let me know. In a few moments, we'll talk about one other topic, and we'll also do our subscriber shout-outs on my usual segment, so we're going to do that as well. That's what to look forward to, and my chat's starting to roll. Youngest YouTuber asked a question. First question of the stream. Can you fix my problem? Well, let's see. I can't stream on Twitch because if I open Fortnite, the bubble to start the stream is gone, and I'm on mobile. I'm assuming that you're using... depends what app you're using to stream to Twitch. Using the Twitch app or using Streamlabs. Basically what I would do is just try and troubleshoot, close all the apps that you're not using, so that you're providing the maximum amount of RAM on your phone to be able to do the stuff, so it's not running any sort of apps in the background or anything like that. That's where I'd probably start off with ironing out anything that could be just slowing down systems. Just like what I just had happen here in the live stream, where I tried to get my Mac to do a little bit too much when it was running Sidecar, so it was trying to do extra display encoding things because it was sending a whole extra signal to my iPad to be a second screen. and it didn't like that. So with a phone, you certainly are limited by the amount of RAM you have on a phone, the amount of memory, how strong the CPU is in a phone. So you want to be able to free up everything as much as possible to allow the phone to do the thing you want it to do, which is streaming. I've never tried to stream Fortnite myself, so I don't know the greater details. So it just depends on which app you're using. You open the Fortnite bubble to start the bubble to start the stream is gone. I'm not sure about the bubble part. That's why I'm not sure what app that is. And we have a coffee has been bought. Thank you very much to Chantel out there. Has bought me a coffee, or 2 coffees. It says the following. And for me to read, I've actually figured out now. I had this problem a few weeks ago where I couldn't figure out how to read the apps. And the message said, because on the screen it's just too small when it comes up, a nice warm coffee could be just the thing. Thank you for spending your time streaming with us. And I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I received the coffee gladly. Up here, it's a little bit chilly. I think it's a bit chilly down south as well tonight where we are here in Australia. It's a bit of a low pressure system blowing a lot of cold air from the south. And it's a bit chilly. If you go outside, that wind is blowing through. Insane McLean is in here. Welcome. Shirley is listening and watching whilst SEOing. Yes. My wife just had a baby. Congratulations. Congratulations to your wife, but congratulations to both of you. That's always a big thing. It's been a few years since I've been through that, but yes. I think my youngest is already... what's he up to? 21? So it's been a while. But congratulations. Congratulations in the chat, I can see. Awesome. Just scrolling down the chat here. Kurt has a question. How links send from YouTube from Facebook, or is it from YouTube to Facebook? And I'm assuming that you're on a mobile device. So let's have a look how I'd do that. Okay, this is how I would maybe send a link to a video from YouTube and then put it into Facebook. Assuming you're on a phone, this is how I'd do it. And first thing I do is go into YouTube and find the video I want to share. So I go and say, oh, okay, here's Nick Nimmin streamers coming up. Say I want to share that just because it's here. I'd go click on the 3 dots is what I just did and click share. And then click copy link. And that basically copies the link for the video to my clipboard on my phone. Then I can close out my phone. I can find Facebook, and I can go to, say, if this is where I want to post it, maybe this is my group or my Facebook page. I can type, watch this, or whatever message I want to put in the post, and then I just tap. I'm tapping it too many times, and get the paste up there, click paste. And there's the URL for the video, and then Facebook self-populates the thumbnail, which is pretty cool. And then I can click post. Now I'm not going to post that. That'll be a random post for me. But that's how I would do it on my phone. If you're doing it on your computer, then it's probably infinitely easier because you can just do the same thing, but on a computer. Just go find the video, share. Click the share, get the link, go to Facebook, paste it. So it's all copy paste. No matter what device you're on, it's copy and paste. All right. Let's jump over to this one, the one without the chat on the screen. Let's hit back into the chat, see what's going on here. He's down. You're down in your back, stuck in bed. Okay, stuck in bed. You know, there's worse places to be stuck, I guess. Please. Well, you didn't tell me what app you're streaming with, so if you let me know, that might help get some additional ideas on how to troubleshoot that. But yeah, the number one thing, the primary thing, is to clear out your programs, even the ones you're about to use. So you start them fresh, start Fortnite fresh, start your streaming app fresh, and then go from there. Heater, yeah. In up here, this part of the world in Brisbane, you sort of, some people have heaters, some people don't. You certainly go down to Kmart somewhere and buy one. But yeah, we tend to. We've got, I think we've got an oil heater floating around somewhere. Whose bedroom that ends up in just depends. It's usually one of my daughters. I think it's still in the cupboard. No one's pulled it out. It hasn't got cold enough to actually pull out. Although it's cold outside tonight, that's for sure. There's a bit of a wind blowing through. And see where we're up to. Peter Dell's in the house. Welcome to the stream. Ovi Cat Channel is also in the house. Good to see you here. Oh, Michael's asking me an audio question. Oh dear, I don't fancy myself as being hugely knowledgeable on audio things. Audacity. I actually have Audacity on my computer. I know one that I'm recommended, but I have not tried, is called Reaper. I don't know what that does and what if it's more user friendly or has more features, better feature set. I think it probably does. I know my good friend Daniel Batal uses Reaper. I have Audacity. I very rarely use it unless I'm just quickly editing up a WAV file or something I need to trim. I do a bit of trimming in it, and that's about it. So I don't use it for too much. When I'm doing videos, I just do some audio tweaking in Final Cut Pro, and I don't tend to export that out to a separate program to do any tweaking for my voiceovers. So yeah, the only other one, the one that comes to mind is Reaper. And on Mac, I also have GarageBand, so you can use it for some of that sort of stuff. So apart from that, I'm not that knowledgeable on any others. All right. Neil is doing stuff. He's sat at home waiting for blue cable heat shrink. Is it being delivered? I'm sure that's why you're waiting. Or you're just waiting for it to shrink. It's shrinking really slowly. That's good stuff. Define cold, please. Yeah, that's exactly. If you're down down further south, even if you're in Sydney or Melbourne, certainly if you're in Tasmania or South Island in New Zealand, they get way colder than we do. We're in our winters are mild in comparison, so I can't complain. Reverse cycle aircon. That's always nice. We have zero. You think living in Queensland, where summers are really warm, humid, that you would have some air conditioning. Our house doesn't. Something that I'll be looking to. Audition for the win. Yeah, well, Audition is the ultimate, isn't it? The Adobe Suite, Audition. And Mr. Mike Russell is a bit of a guru in that area, that's for sure. So yeah, I've heard about I haven't got around to using Reaper or checking it out myself. So when I come to the crunch and I need to, then I probably will. Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, there's a question I posted in my community post for community tab a couple of days ago. Is anybody, because Amazon Prime Day is coming up beginning of next week, so it's in a couple of days, so it's not that far away. I was wondering if anybody is in the market for, they're looking for a deal on a particular item in the creator space. Maybe it's a camera or a microphone or something, and you're interested in in knowing what's happening with Prime Day, or you're eagerly waiting, looking for a deal. Let me know. I'm interested how many people are in the market to buy something for their creativity, for their videos on YouTube or whatever it might be. So you can answer here, or you can jump on over to the community post later and drop a response in the comments there as well. That would be pretty cool. 2 degrees in Kempsey, and that's only like that's probably what 4 or 5 hours south of me, maybe probably about 5 hours south. I'm trying to remember how long it takes me to get to Kempsey. But yeah, 2 degrees. Yeah, I think we'll get into the high single figures tonight. We'll probably dip just below the 10 degrees Celsius tonight, which is a cooler night for us. Definitely a cooler night. Yeah. Well, I would agree with that. Our winters are more like a British summer. Although you guys because you guys think it's hot when it's in the 20s. And that's like, if we have a nice winter's day, it's like in the low 20s. Like, I think tomorrow we're aiming for 22 degrees here. Currently 8 Celsius, 46 Fahrenheit. Feels like 642. 23, yeah, because there's been a bit of a heat wave in parts of the US this week. 32 degrees Celsius. Like, I'm used to 32 degrees Celsius. It is a very hot day, but I'm used to it. It depends on how much humidity is in that 32 degrees too. That's the thing. All right. Oh, I'm seeing a question. Haven't had too many questions today, but I know I can always trust Peter Dell to come in with the questions. So let's hit this. Question: Doug, with the YouTube music library, say if my video is 10 minutes and I like one music and it's only 5 minutes long, can I use the same music track in the same? Yeah, that's what I do. If I have a track and it's, say, a 4 to 5 minute track and my video is a 10-minute video, I'll just drop it in once, add some fades, so it sort of fades out of one instance of it and fades back into it. So I'll copy it twice, put it on the timeline, and at the end, if it runs over, I'll just cut the audio, throw in a fade. I just do something really simple like that. Like, you can get real tricky and maybe edit some sort of loop or something, but yeah, I just drop it in. So yeah, you can certainly repeat the same track. You don't have to go and look for 2 different tracks that sort of complement each other, although that's an idea as well. But yeah, I tend to pick one track and just loop it. Like, if I have a long 20-minute tutorial, which I occasionally do, I could be looping the same song. If it's a 3 to 4 minute song, I could be looping it like 5 or 6 times. And that for me, in my editing process, that's one of the last things I do. Like, I do everything else and then add the music at the end, because it's all about the content, and then the music at the end is just like the icing on the cake. Whereas, some other content is based on the music, so you have to edit to the music. But in my case, I don't need to do that. So yeah, I'll just throw in some fades, some crossfades, and away I go. Crossfades. Chantel says she's keeping an eye out for a second Sony a6400 and lens. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. The funny thing is, I don't actually. I should maybe think about applying for a Amazon Australia associates account, because I've got a US one, and I also got an influencer account, so I can technically stream and upload content to Amazon, which I'm thinking about doing. Obviously, if I'm uploading content, it's going to be like a product that's available on Amazon that I've reviewed. So it's got to be like a review type content, which I do have a couple of items where I've done that. There's a mouse mat I did a couple of years ago, which is the mouse mat I'm still here using on my desk now, which is still a great mouse mat. It's still in great condition after a couple of years. It's my Jylong world map. So hopefully they still sell it on Amazon. I'll check that, and then I can upload that. I just have to take out all the, the YouTube references, like subscribe and do all that sort of stuff. So I just have to remove all that sort of references, and I can upload it to Amazon. And apparently, once you uploaded, I think it's like 10 videos that they approve of, and they start actually linking those videos up to the actual product pages, you can actually start making money from them. So that apart from, like, you know, just dropping affiliate links in your videos. So see how that goes. I'm going to be looking into that soon. If anybody out there is already doing that, let me know how you're going with that. Okay. Neil says, had to do a video for Jackery, who's one of the channel sponsors on Prime Day. It comes out tomorrow. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I like Prime. I don't mind Prime Day content, even though it's short-lived. I'm deciding whether, because I know, I know Neil, I don't know if it was last year, it must have been the year before, it might have been 2019, I did a Prime Day live stream. I think it was back when Prime Day was later in the year. It was like October, November or something. Did a couple of, I've done a couple of Prime Day streams where I've actually streamed stuff, talked about some offers that were available in the content creation space, let people know, maybe drop some affiliate links along the way. But the biggest thing I find is that you actually need to make sure, if you want the best Prime Day deals, is to make sure you have a Prime subscription. And I've even said, like, sign up, get the free trial for 30 days over Prime Day and just see if you like it or not, because you get the free shipping and all the different features. Like, I only use a portion of the features I have in my Prime Day. Like, I utilize the free shipping from Amazon, but, you know, I got my Prime Video subscription through that as well, so that's all covered in the price. There's Amazon Music, which I haven't really used. There's a bunch of other things. I think there's some other new ones that they've added. I have to find the list. I've got to pull that out before Prime Day anyway. Sort of talk up the subscription there for the Prime subscription. So, and then I might drop a few affiliate links along the way. 18. I like 18. 18 is a little cool for a daytime temperature. That's sort of what I think we might have got about that, or a little bit higher today. So it's definitely a winter temperature for us. It's American English with this guy. Welcome to the stream. Congratulations on your win last week on the channel review stream with Nick and not Nick, with D. I've done it now, haven't I? D and Daniel, of course. Let's see. I'm trying to get caught up on the chat because I can see I'm behind. Handwriting Champion Roblox says, I'm just trying to get on the suggested video section or show up in the browse or video search, but my main traffic source is channel pages. Okay, yeah. When your main source is channel pages, it means that somebody's probably coming in from a link that you've shared, and they're coming to the channel page, or they're coming to your channel and clicking on the video from there, rather than sort of being suggested it or recommended it on the platform. Yeah, so keep working on that. Make sure good thumbnails, a title that makes sense, that actually is interesting for somebody who might be into the content that you're making, that particular video. Make sure that title is appealing, because it's the appealing title that gets people in. People don't get attracted to SEO in your title, because people aren't driven by SEO. Only computers and bots and stuff are driven by SEO, and not even that much these days. But the SEO, you don't want to SEO your title and make it so it doesn't sound real good to humans. It doesn't fly off the tongue. But I'm hoping that it's going to get picked up in search. But then you don't win the clicks, and then because you don't win the clicks, you don't get the views. Because you don't get the views, you don't get any watch time. You don't rank in search anyway. So, thank you, Charlene. He's keeping me on track. Thank you very much. What is the applause feature? And that is the other thing we're going to talk about in today's show, as it was in the title, of course. And you know what? We're going to jump to that right now. Let me pull up the page, and here we go. And let's see. Oh yeah, I think it was supposed to be a song play when I came across, but it didn't play. But here I am. I'm on this camera. You might have seen, like, probably early this year or late last year, I put out a video about talking about YouTube Applause. It's a feature where you can, there's a button below the video if you have it enabled on your channel. And if people click on that, they can drop you like a what's called an applause, which is basically like a tip or a donation or a like a super chat, but not on a live stream. It's on a pre-recorded video. So if you want to check out how that works, you can go watch my video on that. But the big question has been, when are they going to be rolling that out to more creators in the YouTube Partner Program? And obviously, because it's to do with monetization, you're going to have to be in the YouTube Partner Program to partake of it. But this came up in on my monetization page today, which means this is coming soon. They're making space next to the where the super chat and super sticker summary is for your what they're calling viewer applause. And it says here, rest assured, it's coming soon. You'll be notified in YouTube Studio dashboard when you have access. So they're basically letting me know that I'm going to have that feature soon. Now, soon is very arbitrary. It's like, is soon like tomorrow or soon in 6 months' time? We don't know. But this is progress and it means it's coming. And I certainly reckon that we'll have a fair rollout before the end of the year, if not complete rollout before the end of the year. So something to look forward to, because this is going to be another revenue stream. And it's one that sort of fills in the gap on pre-recorded, uploaded content. So your long-form videos that aren't shorts, your long-form... I don't even know. I wonder if they're going to put it on shorts. That's an interesting one. Going to look into that. But certainly on your regular content, that button will be there. And what is going to happen is us as creators are going to have to, once we have it, let our community know that that button is there and how to use it. And because the one thing I've talked to, I know a couple of people who already have it on their channel, and you know, whilst they do get applause, they don't get a lot. And I think it comes down to education, because it's a new feature. People don't know what it is or how to use it. So once they get used to it, like pretty much like people getting used to what Super Chat is, and even in a live stream today, we might even have someone come and say, oh, what's Super Chat? And you have to explain it to them. And it's like an education process. So it's not going to like do anything mind-blowing out of the box once it's activated on your channel. But if you do some education of your community at least, then you might see some regular income from the applause feature. If you want to see how it works, make sure you go and watch that video that's on my channel, because I think that will be really good. All right, we're back on this camera now. Let us hit back to the chat, because I know I haven't caught up yet. Handwriting Champion says, Doug, if you get a copyright strike on YouTube and it expires after 90 days, does it count towards future copyright strikes? Once it's expired, what you don't want, basically, you always have a record that you have had a copyright strike, but it's not going to count towards your 3 strikes and out. You've got to get those 3 strikes within that 90-day period. Like if you have that 1, the clock starts for the 90 days. If you get 2 within that 90 days and get the 3rd one, that's the 3 strikes and that's your potential for getting terminated. Once that first one's expired, that's expired. That 90 days is over. They're not going to hold that one against you anymore. So you're safe. If you just get 1 and you know it's an accident, it's not you're not making a habit of using copyright material, but you made a mistake. Once it expires, you're fine. You know, they might ask you to go and do like a copyright school or something because it's your first one. But once you've done that and you've sat out your penalty, then everything should be restored to your channel. Anything that might have been held back, like live streaming privileges or something like that. Sometimes they withhold features for copyright. But once that's done, you should be fine. I'm thinking it's about signing up for Storyblocks. What are your thoughts? Do you have an affiliate link? Storyblocks is one I haven't really checked into. I I do. On the music side, I'm with Epidemic Sound. So for music stuff, I know Storyblocks has like audio blocks, and they have like a whole gamut of like the video stock footage, images. They have audio blocks as well, so they get the music and the sound effects as well. So it's probably good for a complete package. But no, I don't have an affiliate link. I'm not hooked up with Storyblocks. One I probably need to check out a little bit more, and I know a lot of YouTubers get sponsorships and do sponsored videos for Storyblocks, so you see them promoted a fair bit. So you should be able to find someone that has like a deal or an affiliate link. But yeah, for the stock video area, I haven't really dived into that too much because I don't use a lot of it. Now, when I did my video about a month or two back on why subscribers do matter, where I talked about all the different subscription milestones, that was stock footage heavy, but I used free stock footage for that, just because I didn't want to, because I'm not using stock footage regularly. I didn't want to commit to like a paid monthly subscription, and so I looked at places like I think Pexels was one of the main places I got stock footage from. If you're doing images, there's Pixabay. Different things like that. And there was probably a couple of side sites as well, but I think Pexels was one of the main ones, which is free. But obviously you don't get the same variety. Obviously a paid service has a very vast library, and you can probably find something that actually fits your use a lot better than a free site, which is only limited by what it has. So yeah, good question though. And yeah, I do need to check out Storyblocks, so I'm going to have to check that out. Okay. Well, I'm that far back. Neil's talking about putting the music in last. Cream Pie Lars is here. Welcome to the stream. Can you say the N-word? I don't know. If it's the N-word I'm thinking of, I don't think you can say that anywhere in 2021, because that would be stupid. Apart from being racist, it's just unkind, isn't it? You want to be kind to people. Okay. Never got any copyright strikes, only copyright claims. But you never know when that use is, instead of it being a claim, is a strike instead. So, you want to minimize any use of third-party content, particularly audio, but video as well. And it also can apply to images. So, yeah, it's got to tread carefully. I need to keep an eye on the clock here. What could you do to boost your viewership? That's a very broad question. You could hand out flyers, business cards. Don't laugh though, because people do that. People do that. They go to conferences, maybe in their niche, and they hand out business cards or flyers and stuff. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. But to boost your viewership, I think in the end it comes down to content, and there's a bunch of T's around content, and the primary one of those is topic. The topic you talk about is going to dictate, or the subject matter is going to dictate the amount of people who's actually interested in that video or in that content or that subject in the first place. So, sometimes you could be on a really niche subject, but there's only going to be like a core subset group of people who might be interested in that topic, and then maybe a bit of a broader group around them that might be somewhat interested in that topic. So topic dictates a lot of things. People discount topic a lot and just go with, I just want to make this video, it's about this because I'm interested in this. But it's like, well, how many people do you think are interested in that? And it could be a few. There could be 10,000 people. There could be 100,000. There could be 5 million people interested in that. So it just depends. But that's why topic is the big one. Another thing that's going to get people interested, for firstly clicking, because basically to get people to click on the video, that's viewership. And then once you got them to click on the video, obviously keeping them on the video from the beginning through to the end, hopefully, is the goal. So that's where the other T's come in, like title and thumbnail. A title that's interesting, that catches people's attention, as is the thumbnail that as they're scrolling through all the other thumbnails on YouTube, and that catches their eye. That's what a thumbnail should do. And it should also communicate something about what the video is about. So all these things work together to help better your chances to get a click, to get a view, and to keep people watching. The keeping people watching is then all about how you put the content together itself, and whether you do stuff that actually turns people off in your video, or whether you do stuff that keeps people's interest in the video. So a lot of things to consider. Okay, where are we up to? I'm scrolling to catch up. Okay, we're talking about epidemic. Someone mentioned epidemic. Well, my Prime subscription is cheap and I get free shipping. Yeah, I like it because they've recently opened an Amazon warehouse here in Brisbane, and it's literally, I think, 5-10 minutes from my house. I don't exactly know where it is, but it's like I'm looking out my window out here. It's night time, and it's somewhere out there. I don't know the exact address, but I know what suburb it's in. So literally, I can get. I was shocked about a month or two back. I ordered something on a Friday evening after watching Free Jingle Friday. I got interested in something, jumped on, ordered it, and it was delivered on Sunday. So I ordered it Friday evening, like late, like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. It was delivered on Sunday. I love it. I love it, Amazon. All right. Hey, Serenity Journey? That's not the one I clicked on. Serenity Journey saying, good morning, welcome to the stream. Oh, the stream. Yeah, I haven't used the StreamYard giveaway tool. I need to incorporate that into a stream. Obviously, probably need to be using StreamYard for that too. Me using Ecam today, on this stream, I typically use Ecam, but I do use StreamYard as well. But yeah, the giveaway tool, I'm eager to give that a try at some point when I have something to give away. That's awesome. I think you'll do well. I haven't done it yet, but yeah, just follow the instructions. You should be fine. It looks pretty straightforward. Insane McLean asked a great question. Hey Doug, are you still using the M50? This is the M50 with the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. So it's crispy, autofocus. Autofocus is not as super quick. It's not as quick as, say, some of the A-series Sonys. They have a slightly quicker autofocus. I saw it in a demo. I think it was an A6100 or an A6400. Can't remember which. But with the same lens but different cameras. Obviously, the camera ultimately is going to, the lens can be as quick as the camera allows. So, the autofocus is excellent. I have it set for 1080p, so the autofocus is fine. The autofocus in 4K isn't real good, but if you're in 1080p, 720p, it's totally awesome. And I do have a second camera. It's my old Panasonic Lumix FZ1000. So it's a fixed lens camera, so it's not quite as crisp. Funnily, this camera is coming in on a cam link, so it's coming with HDMI. This camera is connected to Ecam directly by USB, so I don't even have a HDMI cable coming out of that. But because I'm only streaming at 720p, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can hear it in Chandler's voice right now. I'm just pumped that they're sort of giving an inkling that it's coming soon. I'm just pumped by that. Okay. Heavy Metal Chef is in the house as well. Welcome. Catching up. I'm catching up. Yeah. I may do with Pexels in particular for video. For that video, majority of the stuff in there was from then. Apart from some stuff that I pilfered from YouTube. Well, it's YouTube's own content. It was like their promotional stuff for some of the award plaques and stuff. I just used some of their footage. and they seem to be fine with it. I've had no copyright issues. In the Garden and the Blessings is here. Welcome. My scroll just went crazy, so I just had to sort of jump around here. Gotta get caught up in this. So we're talking about topic. Everyone's talking about the different things. So yeah. Handing out business cards is certainly a valid way of letting people know about your channel. Obviously, it's a slow burn on that one, getting around. Ben Flames is in the house. Welcome. Michael says, Creator Breakfast is a great way to learn from the best and meet fellow creators. You should be a star. Oh, well, you know. It's a work in progress. I guess that's the way to say it. Like, I know people who are exploding, that sort of started where I am now, or even smaller, and now, you know, they're over 100,000 subscribers. So, you know, things like that happen. Your moment comes, you start accelerating. Critical mass. Keep making those videos, get them out there. And Eileen Smith is in the house. Welcome. Always good to have Eileen in the house. Ben Flame says, what do I do when I want my channel to be perfect? We all want our channel to be perfect. I don't think everyone's going to get it perfect. There's no real perfection in life. Like, I'm also afraid to get hacked. I change my password 15 to 20 times a day. Yeah, you're not going to get hacked. You're not going to get hacked. You don't need to do that. If you've got two-factor authentication, you should be fine in most instances. Don't click on risky links in your emails. That's the sort of thing you want to be just keeping on top of things yourself. You don't need to change. They're not going to hack your password. They're going to try and like get in like Trojan horse or try and socially engineer something. But yeah, you don't need to change password that often. Oh yeah, that's a good recommendation. Like I saw it recommended, but when I got it and tried it, I'm like, so much better than the dinky stock lens that came in the box. It's like, it's miles. For live streaming, it's awesome. And primarily, I'm using live streaming and my videos because I do them all here at the desk. So it's been perfect so far for me since I got it for Christmas. My daughter bought it for me for Christmas. I loved it, and I never expected it. It was a big surprise. It's always good to get a surprise like that. Yeah, just focus on making content. Just focus on enjoying yourself, whatever the content is that you make. Just focus on doing that and doing it to the best of your ability. Absolutely. Scrolling. What happened is I got this little message in my what's it called? Monetization tab. Like, I look at this page on a regular basis, and it wasn't here the other day, so this is new. It says you do not have access to viewer applause yet. Rest assured, it's coming soon. So they're making a little space next to where your super chat summary is for your viewer applause summary. So they're making it ready for all the creators to be rolled out to. So that's the news. I saw this just before the stream tonight. I'm like, I'm going to share that with the peeps. I'm going to share it with the peeps. Nobody can see your search history unless you like share your page on a screen share on a live stream or something like that. No one's going to see your search history. Your search history for Google and YouTube isn't associated with your channel in a way that people can publicly look at it. You don't need to worry about that at all. There we go. I've caught up with the chat. And there's one important thing that we haven't done yet that I'm going to do right now, because you can see the countdown to Nemen Live is coming up very soon. Nick's going live in about 15 minutes. But this is a segment I love to do, and I usually do it earlier in the show. But we've had questions, we've been chatting, I've been trying to catch up in the chat. But here we go. It's subscriber shout out time. This is what we do every single week. We jump in, I'm on this camera, we jump into the alert box, shows the last 8 subscribers or public facing subscribers on my channel, and we give them a bit of a shout out. If you're one of these 8, make sure to say hi in the chat, and we like to shout them out and give you a big thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Mikey Yu, we've got Zura Saleh, we've got Hugo Pedro, Victoria Drake, Boy in the House 9, Inspired for Greatness, that's a pretty cool sounding channel, Jerry's Fish Room, and Lenorcas Nascimento. Yeah, most recent 8 subscribers on my channel, and that's the newest subscribers. Public facing, of course. Now, if you hide your subscribers, you're not going to appear on the list. So, you know, something to think about there. but that's it. And thank you not only to the subscribers, but to some of the things I like to recommend, like buy me a coffee, which I already received. Chantel sent a couple of coffees earlier in the stream. Thank you very much for that. And, you know, we always like to shout out the tools that I use, like TubeBuddy, Placeit, Morning Fame, Ecam Live is what I'm streaming with now. And, of course, for streaming as well, StreamYard. And for my music, which you're hearing now in the background, Epidemic Sound. They're the tools I use. So, a big shout out to those tools. There should be some links to a lot of those in the description. Let's get back here to me live. Let's see what's happening. My chat just kept going. Now I've got to find where I was up to. Here I am. Here we go. Everyone's saying good morning. I accidentally searched up a horror video, but cleared my search history. Is it still going to be saved? You cleared your search history, that's fine. You'll be fine. Not a problem. Not a problem. That stuff's kept private. That's not shared. That's not a public thing that people see. It's like people don't see the back end of your analytics on your YouTube channel because, you know, that's the stuff that you as a channel, as a content creator, as a channel owner, it's only for you to see. The only stuff people see publicly are views, subscribers, like a subscriber count if you share it, if you have it public, and, you know, likes and dislikes and stuff like that, and the comments. Apart from that, people don't see anything to do with your channel unless they got like a TubeBuddy sidebar or VidIQ or something and see, you know, it shows you the tags and a couple other things. But it doesn't show you anything from the back end. It doesn't show you anything that's not already public. So, yeah, search history. The only people that know about search history is YouTube. And they don't care what you've been watching. If anything, that informs them about stuff that they're going to recommend to you in the future. So, you know, start watching horror videos. You're going to start getting suggested horror videos. So, best way to train that is to stop watching them. If they get offered, don't click on them. Here's Michael, Business Growth Ready, says, search history is private only. Google Ads, Android, Google's in 10 inches, and YouTube. Yeah, that's right. Your regular Joe Blow viewer isn't going to see a thing. The person watching your channel isn't going to know, oh, I'm watching Ben Flames and I'm watching his video and, oh, look, he's been watching horror videos. No, they can't, they don't know what you've been up to. None of that. Not at all. All right. Here it is. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when the Great Koala Bear is on. I wouldn't consider myself a koala bear, but anyway. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Well, look, one last thing. It's the thing I normally do, but seeing we're at the end of the show, it's an opportune time to do this. Because this is like, well, what's coming up next? We're going to wrap things up in a minute or so, but before we do, be advised of some upcoming live streams later today. And the first one is coming up right after this in only 10 minutes or so. Nick Nimmin is live, 9 a.m. Eastern. He's right after this stream, so we're going to wrap it up and throw to Nick. So over on Nick Nimmin's channel, if you don't know who Nick Nimmin is, then someone might drop a link in the chat for you. Might even be me. I do this every week, and I go, no, I don't have a link. Anyway, and coming up at 12 p.m. Eastern later today, if you're into sort of social media and legal issues, lawyer speaker, you have legal questions, Ian Corzine, he's your social media lawyer, is going live at 12 o'clock. So he'll be going live sort of towards when Nick's finishing up today. So he's on today as well. Not aware of any other live streams that are coming up today, but keep an eye on your subscription feed for upcoming live streams from some of your creators. I know Video Influencers usually drops one. I don't think they've got it out yet on their page as a stream thing, but keep an eye out for that. Benji often goes live doing his podcast style program. So that might be coming up as well. I have no idea. But make sure that if you're in the mood, if you're looking for a live stream to watch, these are coming up. I can tell you what, I'll be in Nick's stream in a matter of minutes. Let me get back to the screen. There it is. I want to thank everyone for coming past today. I could keep going on, but I want everyone to head on over to Nick's stream. I want to get on over there. Oh, there's one last question apparently. One more question. Gio El Ku, if I pronounce that correctly, probably not. How do you know tech stuff on YouTube? How do I know tech stuff on YouTube? Just life experience. I've been around for a few years. I've been doing YouTube for a while, so now I know a lot more about YouTube and technical things. Like when I started, I didn't have this camera. At one point, I'm using my phone for things. When I first started my thing, or a basic handy cam, and you learn things as you go, and that's pretty much what I did. I come from a background in some IT stuff, so I'm sort of tech savvy anyway. And in my past life, I also did live video productions with archaic gear that is completely different from what I'm using now. To do what I'm doing now, it would have cost literally tens of thousands of dollars to put together just to do what I'm doing now. But today we can do it on a computer with a webcam and a microphone. So it's pretty amazing what you can do these days. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming past. I want to send everyone over to whichever way we're going up, down, whichever direction that Nick Nimmin is, probably that way. And I'll see you over there in the chat. But for now, this is Doug, and I'll catch you later. Bye.
Stay tuned for Nimmin Live right after the stream. Nick will answer your YouTube questions live.